Okay, I'd like to go ahead and call the public hearing to order for the purpose of amending the City of Circleville zoning code. The public hearing is being held on Tuesday, September the 3rd, 2024 at 6:30 PM. Melissa, could you please read the public hearing notice?
A public hearing is to consider amending the City of Circleville Official Zoning Code, Chapter 1129, Table 2, to increase the maximum lot coverage allowed in the MDR Medium Density Single Unit Residential District to 40%. A copy of the Planning and Zoning meeting minutes, map, and all pertinent data regarding the proposed changes are on file and available for the public inspection at the Circleville Planning and Zoning Office, City Administration Building, 104 East Franklin Street, Circleville, Ohio, 43113.
Thank you, Melissa. And was this public notice,
Yes.
the requirements to meet for the media?
It was published on August 1st and August 3rd.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, Hannah, would you like to come to the podium and speak to what's being proposed? If you'd give us your name and your title, that'd be great.
Yeah, I'm Hannah Wynn, City Planner. So I actually have 3 amendments. We started with the original one that Melissa just read for the lot coverage, but there were 2 other ones that I added before the public hearing at the Planning and Zoning Commission. So the first one is increasing the lot coverage percentage in the medium density residential district. Right now it is 35%, and I was proposing to increase it to 40%. Think it makes sense because low density is 35 and our higher density districts, which is our twin unit residential and our historic single unit, that's at 45. So it makes sense for the medium to be somewhere in between. Also, our Board of Zoning Appeals has approved at least 2 or 3 variances on this lot coverage percentage in the medium density residential district. So I think all of those were just slightly above the 35%. We're at 36 or 37. So if we bump it up to 40, it'll kind of avoid some future variances. And I think it kind of follows the intent of the code there with the medium density. The second thing is just to establish a new fee for a lot coverage increase. With our new zoning code, the lot coverage is something that we have to calculate for any hard surface, not just new buildings on the property now. So if someone were to want to install a new driveway or sidewalk or patio on their property, they have to get a zoning permit since it changes their lot coverage. Right now, our fee for a residential zoning permit is $100. That seems a little excessive just for someone to install a driveway or a concrete patio pad. So it's proposing just to establish a $25 fee for that. And lastly, it would be putting a regulation on accessory structures to prohibit shipping containers to be used as an accessory structure. Right now, we don't have any architectural standards on really any structures, including accessory structures. So as long as it meets the requirements, no more than 900 square feet, and it meets the setbacks for an accessory structure, we really don't have something that says they can't use a shipping container. So we've been seeing a lot of people apply for permits for those and kind of have to approve them because we don't have anything saying they can't. So I think they're a little bit of an eyesore, and that's not really their intended use. So just adding that in. So those are the 3 proposed amendments tonight.
Before you leave the podium, all planning and zoning, did they vote on these?
Yes, they heard all 3 in a public hearing, and they recommended passage on all amendments.
Okay, great, thank you. Before Hannah leaves, anybody have any questions for her?
I do. 2 of these pertain to lot coverage. Could you tell us everything that goes into lot coverage, exactly
Yeah.
what that means?
Yeah, so the lot coverage is all impervious surfaces on a lot. So that now includes any hard paved surface, any structures, and it does include a wooden deck even. That counts as an impervious surface or something that doesn't allow water to go through.
Okay. All right, Hannah, thank you very much.
Mhm.
Would anybody else like to come to the podium and speak to the public hearing and the proposed changes? No? Okay, Hannah, thank you for the information. The legislation required to adopt those changes would be assigned to the Judicial Committee. So after the closing of the public hearing, Hannah, you'll need to work with Chairman Klitschko to see when his next meeting date is to consider the zoning changes and the legislation required to do that.
I think we can work with it.
Okay, is there any other questions or comments for the public hearing? Is there a motion to close the public hearing? So moved by Zach Brooks, seconded by Tom Duvall. All those in favor of closing the public hearing, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Public hearing is closed at 6:35 PM. The next meeting will be at 6